got yourself.
This is the 10th year seniors podcast. It's Tage.
This is Takari.
And I'm John Mark.
And Nal is on suspension because
Of everything he did Friday night.
because he's done. So he couldn't make it. He's still recovering from Friday. And this is our NFL podcast. And it's been a busy week. John was watching the Dolphins.
Internationally known.
Dolphins got that blowout, and John was there first. Dale.
Mucho Dallas was
Dale.
going on in that trip.
Playoffs.
So tell us what happened at that game since you were there and you had those good seats, John.
All right. First,
Oh, God.
Friday night was epic.
Oh,
We-
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
amazing.
no,
It was
yeah.
amazing.
We know that I had to leave
We
early.
threw it down.
I had to leave early or else I wouldn't have made
We
my
had
flight.
a Halloween party. John went as a shower.
Yeah,
That was interesting.
it's pretty awesome.
I went as Tupac. Tage went as Sonny Crockett.
yeah, one is 6'8" Sonny Crockett.
6'8" Sonny Crockett.
But anyways, I get to Orlando. Then, we go to Magic game, blah, blah, blah. Wake up
Yeah,
at
blah, blah, blah over the Magic
Humble
game.
brag,
Fine.
yada, yada, yada. This is an NBA game. No
we'll
big
blah,
deal.
blah, blah over that.
Alfred Payton is awful.
Then we wake up, daylight savings, super early, 5:30 in the morning, drive to Miami, right? Get to the tailgate, start drinking like...
Can you talk about the game? The game.
You start drinking
John, the
like
game.
there's no tomorrow, right? And Daryl's there. Daryl,
What kind of food? You
Chicken
have
and
at the
steak.
tailgate?
Oh,
Chicken and
God.
steak.
Can we talk about the game?
Nice.
Yeah. So Daryl is our Chargers friend, and he was there talking smack the entire time, saying, San Diego Superchargers the whole time. He made friends with everybody at the stadium, all the San Diego fans. We met Brandon Oliver's mother before the game.
Was she nice?
Oh, wow. Did you tell her he's on my fantasy team? I feel that's important information.
Yeah, I did say that, but then it's funny because Daryl was all happy, like, oh, yeah. I met Brandon Oliver's mom. This day is so awesome. It's only going to get better.
It did get better. It did get better.
Oh,
Not for him.
so that is his first NFL game ever. I've been to around 4 Dolphin games and we've never won one. So I was going in there with low expectations because I'm used to losing
Because your team is the Dolphins.
in the stadium,
And-
right?
Yes. We dampened those expectations
Yes.
like a week in advance. Like, hey, if we just stick in the game, it'll be good.
So what happened? We get to our seats. There's Charger fans all around us.
Wow.
Like all around us, like everyone was a Chargers fan at little block. Then like a couple rows up, Dolphin fans started showing up. But the greatest thing was Daryl did not say an entire word during the game. He came to me in the third quarter and he was just like, he started touching my pockets. He's like, what are you doing? I need the keys.
I think you
Yeah.
need to show a picture on the YouTube feed.
Yeah,
while you
it's not a
describe it.
visual medium.
The picture
John.
of you and the picture of you and Daryl.
I got videos
that you
of
put
the
on
game,
Instagram.
everything. But
I'm sure during the first San Diego drive, when they drove the ball down the field and they got the fourth.
oh
and one,
no,
he was talking
Yeah,
noise.
he was
then.
carrying on. He
and
was,
then we stopped him on 4th and 1. And
that's
after
the thing.
that,
To me, I looked at him and I said, that's the dumbest thing you guys could have done. You should have taken your points in and get out.
points, Yep.
No more points after that. But there was a fan a couple rows up from us, right, making fun of Daryl, and then started making fun of the guy in front of us, like, "Yo, Phillip Rivers with the big nose." Da 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 da. So Daryl, he does a little look, and I said, "Oh Jesus, we're gonna fight." It's like it's gonna happen because if this guy says anything about Daryl's nose to him, it will be a fight.
God.
Hands down fight.
I didn't know Daryl was sensitive about his nose.
No, like his friends could talk crap about him, but
I mean, you go into enemy territory wearing the opposing team's jerseys.
How did Daryl
yeah.
become a San Diego fan? Because that's the most far-flung, far-out location ever. Like,
Probably the Stanham for years.
it's just way out
Stan
there.
Humphrey, Nate
I don't know.
Jones, the 95 season, they got a lot of...
Daryl is not that old.
bandwagoners.
Daryl was like 4 grades below me in St. Anne's.
All right.
yeah,
So maybe not.
I don't know,
So
but
yeah, but like, okay, John, this is before you start John and again. Like when the Dolphins score their first touchdown. Okay, cool.
yeah,
whatever.
it was.
It's like one touchdown. The
the
Chargers
stadium's
gotta come
happy.
back.
We're like, okay, we're up. That's a good sign, but we did not, and the fans in the stadium did not expect what happened the next like 4 drives because we scored in 5 consecutive drives,
I've never seen the Dolphins do that.
and everyone in the stadium at first they were looking around, right?
I feel like all the Dolphins came to our Halloween party.
Yeah.
It's the only way to describe what happened.
But
they ate the cookies.
They eat the cookies.
but it's
Hashtag
like
don't eat the cookies.
all the fans are there just like cheering and they're like, what is going on? To me, because I saw the game on TV, the New England, the
New England and Denver.
Denver.
No, the New England Miami game when they brought out the Wildcat. Like, to me, that felt like the same thing. Like,
That's like the most
I don't-
2009 thing of all time.
yeah,
to
I
do
don't
in the
believe what's
Wildcat.
What a
happening right
reference,
now.
John.
Yeah, I don't believe what's happening right now. And I thought when we kicked that field goal to get a 20-0, we were going to lose the game 21-20.
Because they were going to come back and then stop us from scoring. Tannehill was going to throw a few picks, but none of that ever happened.
No, Tannehill was on fire.
Tannehill was Aaron Rodgers, basically, is what happened in that game. Mike Wallace turned into what we expected Mike Wallace to be.
Yeah, but he dropped a touchdown. Wide open. Charles Clay.
Because Charles Clay dropped a touchdown. Mike Wallace dropped a touchdown. There was a fumble going
we should
into
have had
the
like
end zone.
65 points that game.
So
We should have. So as bad as we played, we beat them 37-0, and the defense really shut them down.
Yes.
So
many
is
turnovers.
Tannehill making a leap? Is he becoming what we think?
You know what? Tannehill started making the leap. Every time that they say Tannehill, you can run the ball instead of just sitting in the pocket and trying to make the decision to throw. You can run it. Then Tannehill plays better.
I just
And
think
they're
Definitely,
giving
yeah.
him the freedom now.
the
Yeah,
play
He
yeah.
ran
calling,
for 48 yards.
the play calling was great. That was the only game I could say it was great play calling the entire. They knew the weakness of San
Major
Diego.
Laser getting it done.
Yeah,
Always believed.
Run the
it was-
track.
It was so
Run the
great.
track.
Blop,
Oh.
blop, blop, blop.
Then we went to the Heat game afterwards. That's another story.
Yeah, that's
That's
another
another story
podcast.
for another day. But moving on from the John adventures, yay! John,
We're going to talk
that was
about my
amazing.
favorite team,
The Cardinals making some
the
noise.
NFC leading Cardinals. I thought they were going to be a good team and win
You
some.
thought they were going to make some noise. Cue the Jamaican air horns right now.
Cute Jamaican hero.
Okay.
All right, cool. But those guys are on a tear though. They beat the Cowboys.
Not the Dolphins.
Yo,
Not the
whoa,
Dolphins.
whoa,
No.
whoa. Settle down.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
settle down.
No, I made
That's
a,
for in the Super Bowl when
Yeah.
they lose.
I made a
That's when you
Freudian.
play them. Yeah.
But no, I mean, and it could be said that the Cowboys were depleted, but those guys, I mean, they
Depleted. That's one way
Yeah.
to put it. Brandon Whedon.
they have Brandon Whedon instead of
Is
Romo.
Nall a better quarterback than Brandon Whedon?
No.
Yes,
Maybe.
yes,
No.
Maybe.
yes.
No.
Brandon Whedon is awful.
Don't talk about my quarterback.
He might be from Akron. That's how bad he is.
Akron is awful.
Akron is bad.
Akron is awful.
So
Let's Google that.
man, that defense looks fierce though, like really. And Carson Palmer made
Oh, the defense is amazing.
like the Honey Badger and Patrick Peterson and all those guys.
could
got
you
a
believe
great
they got the Honey
secondary.
Badger like in the third round or
'Cause
whatever?
he failed
It's-
hella drug tests.
It
That's
doesn't
why.
matter. You take a risk in the third round on people like that.
Oh, definitely. And then they got
But if you
Antonio
fail on a
Cromartie.
drug test, hey,
Has he
come on.
failed one yet in the NFL? We don't know, but the answer is no.
I mean, can he still play? But they got Antonio Cromartie who has to play good because he has 15 kids.
Yeah, every game for him.
And then
is like
Patrick
child
Peterson
support.
is the best. Like that offense really couldn't get anything doing. Even though against the Giants, like Dez Bryant, he seemed to just have his way with the Mukamara. He could not do that with the
You just
Showing
like
off.
saying
He-
Amukamara's
yeah,
name.
he likes showing off. And
Yeah.
like
all
dropping
you
that
like
every
to say
time.
is Amukamara.
fancy. Did you guys see that throw that Carson Palmer made? Was that on like?
How did
third
Ted
and
Ginn
11?
catch that? By the way, not the Carson Palmer throw. That was great. But Ted Ginn making spectacular acrobatic catches.
The only time
What the
Ted
hell?
Ginn ever did
happened
something
there?
was when we played the Jets.
He had some good games again. When he played for Carolina last year too.
He sucks.
Whatever.
I'm
Ted
happy
Ginn.
we traded his entire family with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, take him.
Good job, Ted Ginn. But the Cardinals making some noise. They're the #1 team in the
NFL.
entire league
In the
right
entire
now.
NFC. And the
7-1 in the league.
NFL.
And then the Patriots are right after them at 7-2.
But we still own the
right
Patriots.
now, yeah, we own the Patriots. They have no shot against us. But the Cardinals, they're doing more than making some noise right now.
And meanwhile, you got San Francisco taking losses to the Rams. Like,
But
San
the
Fran-
Rams are one of those. It's
San
like
Francisco and Seattle don't look good.
if you had to say a song for those two teams, it's
Okay.
Katy Perry's "Hot and You're Cold." That's
mean,
the song of those teams.
John, what an awful
I always thought Russell Wilson was I always thought he was.
You're just gonna let him slide with Katy Perry. What if
I-
he said like some Iggy Azalea song? Like, is
No,
that next?
it's true. That's what I'm
fancy.
saying.
Katy Perry's she's like Akron. She must be from Akron. She's awful. But I always thought Russell Wilson was limited, and that receiving core was unspectacular. And with the line gone, they get exposed.
And with the 49ers, like they destroyed the Rams. in the
Kaepernick
first
needs to
meeting.
take a nap. That's what he has to do.
Dude, it's that O line. It's not him. He has no
he still
time.
He still needs to take a nap.
He has no
He
time
was
back
getting
there.
hit all
Those
game.
O line, that O line was just getting blew by and beat up the whole game.
Like what happened? Isn't the same O line from last year?
No, it's not. They a couple guys got hurt on the centers are back up, and a couple.
But like,
You know what? It's the Jonathan Martin effect.
oh, that's right.
Yes,
Oh, that's right.
that's exactly what it is.
Oh, good job.
We got
Thank
rid of
God.
him?
We got rid of him.
Yeah.
And now look at us.
Yeah.
Look at us. Tannehill has all day to throw. Lamar Miller can run for like 3 yards before he
Daniel
even gets
Thomas.
a touch. Daniel Thomas, who changes the game every time.
Game
he's in
changer.
there. He caught like a little. It wasn't even a screen. It was
Went
a swing
10 yards.
pass. It went 10 yards. I feel like those 10 yards won us the game. But
Yeah.
going back to the 49ers
I mean,
being
you guys
awful
did
again.
win 37 and nothing.
It doesn't matter.
Tate, shut your mouth.
This, inches.
Shut your mouth.
It's a game of inches.
But like, is this the effect of the 49er players now just not buying into what Jim Harbaugh is saying?
I think
Like
it's just.
they're over him at this point.
I think it's just injuries on that line. Like I really think like if you watch that game, that line was just overmatched and he just got manhandled.
Come on, man. I feel like that's a good point. You couldn't give me that take.
No,
Like,
I think
he's,
that-
he's a football Larry Brown.
I think
He
that
gets
they
4 years and
actually.
he's done.
UB Brown in
I
the
think
painted area.
the team's actually tired. Like they made so many runs
That's true.
that I
Very
think
true.
that they're getting tired. Like football is a physical. Like I think if they took a year off, like and not make the playoffs, and then they'll ball out the next year because they'll have all that time to recover.
So Kaepernick should just fake an injury and then just be on Instagram
milk it.
liking
Everything.
girls'
like in
pictures
all the thoughts pictures.
for bookings. That's it. Like everyone just take a rest, 49ers. Your season's basically over. You're done. You're 4-4. Kaepernick won't get tired, but I mean, maybe chill out, bro.
I think he got tired yesterday because
He got tired?
He got mollywopped.
Yeah.
He got hit so hard. He's tired.
So another team that got mollywopped, the team a lot of people thought were going to the Super Bowl, the Denver Broncos.
Dang.
They walked into a buzzsaw in New England.
Okay, what is it with New England when they play on the road? It's like we suck, but when they're at home, it's just like invincibility comes.
I think that's most people.
That's
John.
most people,
That's
and it's
most
how
teams.
Vegas makes their money and
No.
sets betting lines.
it's just something different in New England because with New England, it's more like okay,
You know what else is like
The-
that? The Dolphins.
no,
The Dolphins are actually the opposite
Yeah.
of it. But John, to crush your point right now, New England has lost playoff games at home.
Yeah.
And many
To
many
Mark
playoff
Sanchez.
games. To Mark Sanchez.
Sanchez.
To Joe
But no.
Flacco multiple times. Like they lose at home.
I'm talking about though. It seems like
It's
when they're
Peyton
home,
Manning.
it's
They
like
see Peyton Manning and they just
what are they
see
averaging at
play.
home? Come on, stat guy.
18 million points.
I mean, it has to be like 35 points a game at home.
But I mean, like New England is good in the regular season. Ever since that KC lost, Tom Brady's been playing pissed off. They take in shots down the field more.
I
And
think-
the real reason Gronk is healthy, and Gronk is unstoppable when he's healthy. No one can
You
guard
saw that
him.
catch that he made?
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
That was the second best catch I ever seen behind JJ Warden.
Dude,
No one knows
Um,
who JJ Warden is.
That does Google it.
No.
I thought you were gonna say JJ Watt. I think Brady is pissed off though. It's funny too because earlier in the season, Belichick was getting called out because of his inability to surround Brady with talent. A lot of people think he was playing too cute, getting these receivers like Brandon LaFell as a leading receiver,
Brandon LaFell. I was supposed to pick him up in fantasy and I forgot. And look at he's balling out.
and then you got Manning with this whole treasure trove, and these guys just aren't getting it done.
But you know, like what happens in a lot of NFL games. It happened in the 37-0 game when the Dolphins, destroyed that team from San Diego. When there's a moment in the first half, right? There are many moments in the first half where a game could go either way. It could be close,
Just
and then
that
there's
one play.
right. There's a tipping point in that game, and for Peyton Manning, that probably was that play where he threw the pick, where he was trying to get to Emmanuel Sanders. Sanders ran a bad route, and he got pushed, and then the ball looked like it sailed over the receiver's head. New England gets the ball, they get the interception. Brady, one play later, gets a touchdown, and then the Patriots are rolling.
You know why?
And then there's a snowball effect from that point. That happens a lot in the NFL.
Denver doesn't have Brandon LaFell.
They don't. They have Darius Thomas.
You don't have Brandon LaFell, you don't have a
Thomas.
chance.
Apparently, how about Gronk? How about we give Gronk some credit for that instead of LaFell?
Gronk is an animal. He's a
So
beast.
how far do we see the Patriots going now? They're 7-2. We're 1 week away from knowing what's going on in the NFL. How far do we see the Patriots going in the AFC?
Until they buck the Dolphins.
They play in Foxborough.
They play in Foxborough. They're probably going to be the 1 or 2 seed, so they're gonna they're gonna
beat-
have the bye.
They beat the Dolphins in Foxborough.
Nope.
Like, in the winter,
Nope.
they beat the
Nope.
Dolphins. Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
John has nothing to back that up
Nope.
with, except just saying no. I think the Dolphins' only shot for real at the Patriots is Tannehill would need to have the game of his life and scramble a lot, and I think that's possible. I think that's in the air, and I think we slow down Gronk. Our
Brady-
defense is better than people realize.
Brady
right now.
might be the best cold weather quarterback of this era.
No. Tannehill.
I remember Tannehill playing one good cold weather game in his last year in Pittsburgh, and that's it.
And we almost lost that game.
We almost lost
And
that game.
If Antonio Brown didn't step out of bounds.
So the the Patriots are turning their season around, and another team turning their season around in the wrong direction. The Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
I love this team. They were 6-1. They were the Arizona Cardinals. They were making some noise, but now they're 6-3.
I told you they got to work hard to get to 8-8.
They're doing everything they can. They're holding Romo out of games. They're flying to London.
DeMarco Murray, we were talking about them breaking him. I think they're getting to that point where
he might be broken.
Where they broke him. They ran him too hard and they broke him. That O-line is beat up.
He is the new Ricky Williams.
Yeah, he's going to retire and go and tour with Lenny Kravitz. Who's Lenny Kravitz today? Who's today's Lenny Kravitz?
Who's today?
Young Thug? He's going to go and tour with Young Thug.
Lifestyle. That would be amazing. DeMarco Murray leaves to go and tour.
If the Cowboys go
suspect,
if they go 8-8, first I would love to see everybody here in.
But let's be real.
In
though.
the Bahamas,
I mean, let's be real. Them going 8-8 would be a collapse for the ages because they have a really easy schedule. The Cowboys should finish no worse than 10-6 from this point.
You know what else they have? They have a quarterback with a bad back, and they have Brandon Weeden. So 8-8 is very much in play.
I feel like when Romo got hurt, Jerry Jones is just like, Kyle Orton. Should have kept him.
Where are you?
Should have kept him.
Game manager.
So close.
Brandon Weeden is a
that was some
homeless
horrible
man's Kyle Orton. That guy's
I would have never put
horrible quarterbacking. Wasn't he a first round pick?
Yeah, he was like 26.
He was like Chris Wenke. He was like a poor man's Chris Wenke.
But he was
like
26. No, him and Chris Wenke are apart because their careers took the same path whatsoever.
So Brandon Weeden was 42 when he got drafted into the NFL.
He was old. He was
Brandon
like a baseball player.
Yeah, he was
He
was like 26 or 28, and that's how come they said he fell in the draft. If he was younger, he would have got drafted higher.
He used to throw like bullets in at Oklahoma City. I mean, at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, a lot of people throw bullets in college.
So now, the Cowboys are on the road. Literally, not even on the road, across the pond. They'll be in London playing the Jaguars. Your guy, Blake. John, you couldn't even let me set you up for that. You had to just jump in there. They'll be playing Blake Bortles. Can Blake get this done? The Cowboys' defense has been playing good. Can Blake go to London and beat the Dallas Cowboys? Blake versus Brandon Weeden.
One thing about London.
NFL must hate London.
If they have Brandon Weeden, you have a chance.
But it seems like the Florida teams play well in London.
That seems so made up.
No, the Dolphins always pretty much win except that first year when we had Trent Green at quarterback.
So we always win except that one time. Is what
yeah,
you're saying.
I think Tampa Bay's won there before.
So Florida and London is
Florida and London.
Before too, so.
Yeah, so is the Dolphins, but I wasn't born.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah,
lifestyle
facts.
There you go. So next week they say Romo's going to be sitting out. Romo's not going to play next week. No,
I think they said he's playing. They said he wouldn't been getting on the plane if.
No, he was going to London. That's a trip.
But I don't believe that though. Like his back is really bad. Like he can get in the game last week, but I don't know. We'll see. But I wouldn't be shocked.
It's not week 10 yet. Once week 10 is done,
then we know what's going on.
Yeah, we'll be able to analyze everything.
Yeah, let's not write off the Cowboys yet. I mean, it's good to make fun of them, but let's.
There's so much they're so much fun, and I'm just such a Giants fan. I just dislike them thoroughly.
Yeah, you guys should have beaten them then. What's up with that?
We should have beaten them. But
what did Amukamara do?
Yeah. Oh, come on, John. You got to set him up for that. Who was guarding Dez Bryant that game?
Amukamara. He got blew up by Dez Bryant. He got sunned. So what do we know?
Nothing.
We know that the Cowboys are on. They have a ways to go to 8-8. We know that the Cardinals are making some noise.
The Cardinals are legit making noise. We know the Dolphins are amazing.
We know everyone in the AFC is 5-3. Yeah, I can't think of anyone. It's like
I think there's only 4 teams in the AFC that has a losing record.
So you can't even I'm happy that the Dolphins won against San Diego, but if they don't win next week, it literally means nothing.
NFC, why don't you go beat some AFC teams?
No, don't say that. Speaking of NFC, we play an NFC team next week.
Speaking of NFC, can we talk about Mark Sanchez?
No.
Let's talk about Mark Sanchez.
I want to talk about Mark Sanchez.
The Sanchez. So what did he do? Like take pictures with thoughts in a cottage again?
No, he played an NFL game and he won it.
What?
You know what happens? That's what happens when you get away from an NFL coach that doesn't play defense against his own quarterback. Rex Ryan, I feel like he actively roots for his quarterbacks to fail. Like he does.
Then get Michael Vick out of there as soon as possible.
Yeah. They have a horrible. You have Mike Vick and Geno Smith in New York.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's an awful combination.
You think if Geno Smith went to play for a better coach, he wouldn't have a better career right now?
No.
I don't believe you.
Geno Smith
You
felt.
didn't even finish it, Tate.
Geno Smith is Bahamian. He's great.
No, we disowned
So,
him.
so is
Okay.
Teddy Bridgewater. No.
Okay, so
Rex
back
Ryan.
to the Eagles and the Texans. So I feel like a lot of this was bad karma for JJ Watt. You know, making fun of people for taking selfies.
Yeah.
Come on, JJ Watt, don't do that.
But the thing is,
You shmoney
there's
dance,
a-
you nene.
there's
He
a
did-
difference
Let people
between-
live. That's why you end up losing to Mark Sanchez.
there's a difference between coming in the game as a backup than starting the game.
He,
Like, there's no
he
pressure
played,
whatsoever.
He was in. There was he was in the game playing.
There's not
I
as
mean,
When
look,
you're in the game, you the starter.
if
He's
you-
playing.
No, if he would have, no, you're not the starter. You start the game, you're the starter. If you get
one
into
QB
the game,
is one QB. He's
Yeah, but this
QB.
is the thing, though. What you have to realize that Mark Sanchez walked into a very quarterback-friendly offense where he gets to make quick, easy reads.
He's way more athletic. I don't know if he's as good a quarterback as Foles in terms of accuracy, but he's way more athletic.
How hilarious would it be if he loses the job to Mark Sanchez?
That would be
off an
great.
injury right after he took Vic's
Wally.
job off an injury.
That would be ironical.
so ironical. So the NFC, they have teams that are beat up. They're holding a lot of injuries right now. Everyone we thought is the favorite isn't playing up to snuff. To me, right now, the sneaky team in the NFC is the New Orleans Saints, because they could go on a run. Their schedule is pretty easy, but I just don't see like a juggernaut coming out of there, other than Tage's Cardinals, of course.
Cardinals.
but they're not a juggernaut anymore.
Yeah, they're not a juggernaut right now, but they're relying on Carson Palmer to get it done.
You think the Seahawks could get it together, like and put together a run?
Russell has to play better.
Yeah.
But then how good has Russell ever
don't-
been at like
I've
a Pro Bowl
always said,
level?
I always thought he was limited. Like he could do some things well.
He could
but
throw the ball away so
he
well.
could throw the ball away and scramble and run out of bounds. But I always thought he was such a limited quarterback in terms of just dropping back, making a read. And
Meanwhile, someone's gonna throw for like 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns in the AFC, and they won't even be close to the Pro Bowl
no,
No.
way.
because they'll have no shot.
No
Brady
way.
Manning, Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
and then there's a ton of
Roethlisberger,
there's a ton
6
of people who
touchdowns
can make the Pro
again.
Bowl.
Mark Sanchez can win a division. Yeah.
It was a long weekend.
We had a rough weekend at 10th year seniors, and we are out of gas.
we are no longer calling Kaepernick. I don't get tired because
We got tired.
We got tired.
I gotta go home and work after this. I don't know what y'all
He
talking
has to
about.
work after this. So yeah, so that was your NFL weekend review. Go
Check-
Giants.
Check us in next week, and we'll be able to give you everything.
We will be.
We will
less-
know everything.
Week 10, we will know everything.
We're gonna pick all the playoff teams, go
Like-
all the way to the Super Bowl, and you should go to your bookie right after that.
Yeah, and
Done.
because if you went to
Dollar.
the bookie for the preview, boy, you would.
Yeah.
You'll be
alright.
broke. Except
hey.
unless you listen to me and bet on
Hold
the
on,
Cardinals.
on that one pick.
And bet
Okay,
on the Cardinals, then you'll
That's
be
the
all
one
right.
pick.
No, we'll talk about that next week when we make a new picks.
New picks when we know everything
Yeah,
after week
and
10.
we'll talk about the Kari's awful picks.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Between now and next week, don't eat the cookies. This is 10th year seniors signing off.
Use Pinterest.